Okay everybody, I have an update. This is about the third day or fourth day, fifth day, I don't know anymore, that I'm working on this generator. It's kind of funny because it's the first generator that I put on video, and it's the one that's giving me one problem after the other. So the initial problem was that it didn't start. So we went ahead and cleaned the carburetor. After we cleaned the carburetor, we got it to run for a little bit. Then it seemed like the inverter board was bad, but not really. The overload light was mainly because the engine was revved up so high, it was putting out too much power. It might have confused the electronics, who knows. But once we got the idle under control, the generator started running smooth, and the power was normal. I even plugged in a little space heater to test it out under load. Performed great. After that, I went ahead and rednecked a choke lever on here because honestly I could not actually find that one choke lever by itself anywhere, and I could not buy a whole carburetor for like 130 bucks. So I just kind of hot glued something on there, put a little screw. Works great, does the same thing, who cares. So yeah, we did that and it was running, and I was like, okay, I'm about done. And then the next day I try to start it and it doesn't go, and it doesn't go, and it doesn't go, and it doesn't go. Long story short, I'm pretty sure the what is it called, the coil. I had to go and look on my Amazon order to remember what the heck it was called. But yeah, so if you guys look right here, let me point with the screwdriver. You see this thing right here? That's the coil. So what I did, and I don't know why I did this, but I'm glad I did. It has two wires on the bottom. I unplugged one of them and I kept pulling and pulling and pulling, and when I plugged it back, it did a big old little spark there. Maybe that spark jump start. This is most definitely a capacitor that receives signal from these wires. So I think the capacitor is just old. It's gone bad. So it kind of works whenever it wants to. Maybe the temperature affects it. Who knows? It's really cold. Sometimes it's hot when it's been running. But basically, yeah, it works and then it doesn't. And we cannot, sell something to somebody that's not gonna start because of lack of spark. The way I checked this real quick is I unplugged the spark plug. I grabbed another one. I grounded it out against so I had the spark plug plugged in, and I grounded it out to here, and at the same time I pulled the cord. And if you see no spark, it's either no oil in the engine, which I do have oil, or it's whatever makes the spark, depending on your generator. That thing might be wrong. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and swap that out with our Amazon one here. Let's see how I can do this. I haven't even seen it. It's definitely not for this generator. I think it's for one of those cheapy two-stroke ones, and it's probably gonna be slightly different, but it should do the job. Yeah, you see, it has a green connector and a black one, and this guy has a green connector and a black one. The mount port is the mounting point is different, but I think it's gonna work, and hopefully this will make it reliable. After that, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So let's go ahead and install this. Should be about 5 minutes. Let's do it. Guys, check this out. So this is the old plug for the spark plug. As you can see, I just ripped it off of the other end on that little capacitor, and so I pull this off. I'm like, hey, great, I install the other one. I just gotta grab it, and it doesn't fit because of the way this cap is made. No, so I have to figure something out. I think so if you see, there's only one wire on the inside, because the other contact comes through ground on the spark plug when you bolt it into the engine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off right here, solder this to that, put some heat shrink on top, and call it a day. So that's what we're gonna do next. I already did a quick test. I stuck this in here and plugged this in onto the spark plug, and it fired right up. So our fix definitely worked. Let's get that done, and hopefully we can finally be done with this thing. Okay everybody, we got it back together. We have that coil installed, so let's give it a pull and see what it does. Hopefully it starts. It's driving me crazy. Let's do it. Yes. Thank God. That's good. Let's get you guys a little closer. There you go. Boom! No smoke. Okay guys, so it's running reliably, which is the most important part. It's making power. Now there is one last thing we need to do. See, you guys, for those of you guys that have cars with plastic pieces on the outside, maybe your mirrors or a bumper or some trim, you might have noticed after being in the sun it kind of fades and it doesn't look great like that. So I'm gonna give you a little tip before we get this thing posted online ready for sale. Look at what I got. Trim shine. See the stuff that's made for car bumpers? It's literally the same thing with these generators. The plastic ones, we're gonna make it look good. Thank God all of the decals, they all look good. Same on the other side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the camera over there and I'm gonna make a time lapse of me cleaning this thing up. I'll show you one last time up close, and that's gonna wrap it up for this generator. So let's get that done and get it out of the way so it can go on for sale. Okay guys, all set and done. Mechanically and cosmetically, this guy is good to go. So let's break it down for you real quick. The original purchase price on this generator was $20. After checking it out, I realized I needed to buy one part and that's it. I bought that coil wire thingy that makes this part. I keep forgetting what it's called, guys, but whatever. You've seen the video, you know what it does. That cost me $8 on Amazon, so not too bad. So we're at $28, and last I did an oil change for it. It takes not even a quart. I think you can do like 2 oil changes with a quart. So let's just say that the oil was another $2. Overall, $30 for a perfectly fine generator. I mean, it looks good. Now it runs good. Yes, it did take a little bit of work, but hey, I don't know you, but I have fun doing this. So I hope you enjoyed my video. A lot of the things that I taught you on this video apply to a lot of generators, not just this one. If you happen to have this one and you happen to have the exact same problem, well, you got lucky. But you can use the same methods that I use to fix just about any generator. They're all very, very similar. So yeah, I hope it was useful to you. I'm gonna go ahead and post this guy online and get it sold. Thanks for watching Immortal Engines. I see you next time.